Hey, it's Chuck. We're back with Milton Daily Homes. We have 5 listings for you today, and let's get right to it. So the first one up is 269 Prosser Circle, and it's a Springdale or Spring Valley is the name for them, and it's I believe 1357 square feet. Now they come in a 3-bedroom and a 2-bedroom elevation. Obviously, the 2 bedrooms are 2 good-sized rooms, and then there's 1 full bathroom upstairs. You can also get 2 full bathrooms. So there's about 4 or 5 different combinations of rooms and bathrooms. So 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom on this one, with 1 being a full bathroom, 1's a powder room. And so there's the kitchen there, and then you've got it opening up to the dining slash family room. There's a shot of the kitchen. Lots of space here. They've reconfigured the kitchen. Normally it's sort of a C shape, and they've done it more of, I guess you could call the U shape, with an extended little area here for a desk. Actually quite nice. And I think a good value proposition. If you're going to spend money, if you're going to upgrade, definitely do it in that area in the kitchen. You've got a stacked washer dryer here. That's just between the first and second level, and then you've got the rooms upstairs as well. Now there's also a little sort of staging area downstairs that you could, maybe have a little office, or you could even have, I've seen some where it's like the little TV where the husband watches sports while the wife is upstairs. So it's not a huge area, and the door opens right up to it, but you can have some function from it. So there you go. You've got the berm here, and then I believe just over top of there is the train track. So you might have some noise influence here, being on Prosser Circle right by the train track. So at 369, location isn't perfect, but I do like the money they've spent in the kitchen. That being said, this would be high. If it sold for close to asking, it would be higher than most of the other models are, what they're selling for as of recent, last 30, 45 days. Okay, so Hutchinson's the next one, and I really like this one. I like the price of it. This is a Lynbrook model. It's 1,500 square feet. It's listed at $345,900, and so you've got 3 bedrooms. I'll walk you through the main floor layout, and you've got a finished basement downstairs with a bathroom, and it has a shower in the bathroom. So there's 3 bathrooms with showers on this one. And tubs, actually. So you walk in the front door, that's what you see just to the right, and then you've got the staircase. Towards the back of the home is where you see the kitchen and the family room. So there's the kitchen, and there is the family room. Upstairs there's one of the bathrooms, and then you've got the ensuite, and you've got the walk-in closet. It looks like they've done the one with the combined shower and tub. They also do the separate tiled shower and then the soaker tub, but because the way the closet is, I do believe that that's probably the way it's set up. So this one cosmetically, there's no pictures of the finished basement. I don't know if it's good or bad, but for the meat and potatoes, the on paper stuff, I think it's a heck of a deal. And you can always call us for more information at 905-693-9346. If you end up calling the listing agent, I've dealt with him before, and he's a wonderful guy. Mike Mandatory, awesome dude. Okay, so September 30th is the possession date that they're looking for on this property. Whenever they quote that, usually it has some significance, meaning they may have found another property or whatever else. So random acres, we got some vacant land here. You got about 2 acres at $374,900. It's in a nice little enclosure with a whole bunch of homes that are probably worth probably $750,000 to $1 million. So for the land itself, you look at building cost. You estimate roughly about $150 a square foot. So if you want to put a 2,000 square foot home on this one, this is service land, so you're probably looking at somewhere around the sort of $674,900. Most of the homes on here are sort of $25,000, $3,000 or more. So that's where you're getting the values for most of the homes on the street. A great little pocket, and I think this is sort of market value for what the vacant land goes for. The problem sometimes with vacant land is financing it. Oftentimes what you have to do is bring in the plans, bring in the whole spectrum of what you're planning on doing to get financing for them. So Hepburn is at $389,000. It's a Southbury model built by Mattamy, and Hepburn can be a little bit of a busier street. We talked about that. Generally, it's not too bad, especially in this little section here. It's not you don't see a lot of cars that are whipping by at 100 kilometers an hour. So It's a 4-bedroom plus a loft upstairs. Okay, so you got hardwood floors. That's the front room when you first come in. And then you've got the dining room a little bit further down the hall. Just a gorgeous kitchen, and they've done the window here, which is fantastic. Looks amazing, and then you've got that. I think that's a family room there. The bookshelf is kind of throwing me off, and then you've also got hardwood upstairs. So they've done some really nice upgrades. There was a home on Wenham that sold that was actually very similar to this in terms of the upgrades. No hardwood on the upstairs, but definitely looking this good. Sold in a little bit better time of season in the 390s. So at 389. Semis took a bit of a hit recently just with some of the sales going on. That being said, this is by far the nicest semi that's listed right now, so they might have a chance at it. California shutters, all the rest of it. Bon and Crescent is the last one for today. It's at $399, and it's a townhouse. So really, we've got a townhouse here. It's got to be better than the one we just saw. That's a semi at 2,000 square feet. Now this one has a 32.5-foot lot by 85, so it's probably an end unit. There's probably something going on where you're getting more land on this one. It's on the south side, but really it doesn't give a lot of details. It says 1,500 to 2,000, so it's probably not bigger at 1987, the previous one. So this one better be a knockout to beat the previous model at 10,000 higher. So I don't really know. To me, it doesn't seem like it's it's really hitting at a high level like the other one. But again, pictures, sometimes more details filled in will make all the difference. So keep an eye on this one. First impression of it is it's probably a little bit out to lunch, but once we know more information, we can really start to fill in those gaps. So that's our list. Hope you enjoyed it, and meet us for Starbucks later on this week if you want to book a time in on the website. Just over on that side, you can, check some of your plans, see if they make sense. You can start to go over some of the steps, some of the costs. On a buy-sell, there's a lot of things that you need to know. You need to know, for example, how much is your house worth? How long is it going to take to sell? Because that'll determine, do I buy first or sell first? How difficult is it going to be for me to find the home I'm looking for? Do they come out once a week or do they come out once a year? That's going to affect your plans too. So there's all kinds of strategy that we look at. I would say for an average buy-sell, we probably spend about 3-4 hours just in the planning, gathering information stage, going to see a couple places, seeing how likely is it that the kind of home that you're looking for is out there. So, because you don't want to sell your house if you don't have a next step, and at the same time, there's just probably 5 or 6 things that you really need to think about in order to figure out, do you buy first, do you sell first? So bottom line, give us a call. We can help you sort that information out. When all those options are laid out on the table, it makes the process of figuring out your next step a lot easier. So anyhow, have yourself a great day, and we'll be back with tomorrow's video tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.